Hello everybody and welcome back to math class. So today we're learning about adding and subtracting mixed numbers with different denominators. So just like the other lesson we're learning today, this has multiple steps. Okay, so let's go right through it and go through a problem together. Okay, so I have 4 and 1/6 plus 2 and 1/2. Okay, so I can't put 6 and make it 2. I can't do that. I need to multiply to get my new denominator. So I'm going to take my 1/2, and what can I do to multiply it to get the denominator 6? 3. So when I multiply, I'm not multiplying my whole number. I'm only doing my fraction. So I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to do 1/2. Remember, whatever I do to the top, I'm going to do to the bottom. So 1 times 3 is 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. So then my new problem is 4 and 1/6 plus 2 and 2/3. Okay. So let's add these together. So 4 plus 2 is 6. Okay. Or no, wait, this isn't 2/3. This is 2/6 or 3/6. My bad, guys. So I have 1 plus 3, which is 4. And then remember my 6's are staying the same. Okay. Now when I look at this problem or my answer, I see that 4 and 6 can be reduced. So always remember, guys, when you're going to reduce these whole numbers and then the fractions, you can't reduce the whole numbers. You can reduce the fraction. So when I reduce this fraction, then I'm going to divide by 2. So then I get 6 and 2/3 as my answer. Okay, so let's do another one real quick. So another thing I want to mention, guys, and was when you are doing these problems, you want your problems to be vertical, which means like this, up and down. Okay. So when we look at this problem, we see that 2 and 4 are different. So we want to make this fraction with this denominator. So what we do then is we multiply by 2. So let's bring this out. So then I get 2/4. So then let's rewrite this. Minus, remember this time we're minusing and subtracting. So 3 and 2/4. Okay, so 5 minus 3 right away. What is that? 2. Okay. 3 minus 2 is what? 1. And then our 4 stays the same. Now, do we have to reduce this? Is this the smallest amount we can have? Yeah. So then our answer then is 2 and 1/4. So remember, guys, this is a multi-step problem. You need to take your time. You also need to remember that when you are doing this process, you are always going to have to either multiply something, which is we're multiplying a fraction to equal the other denominator. So you're creating a new denominator for another fraction. And you're either adding and subtracting those mixed numbers. Okay. So let's do a quick one. Okay, so right away I see I needed to make this into an 8. So when I do that, I'm going to do 2. So then I get 4 and 5/8. Okay. And then I'm adding 1 and 1/8. Okay. So I then get 5 and 6/8. Can I reduce this? For sure. So then I'm dividing by 2 from the top and bottom, and I get 5 and 3/4 as my answer. Okay. So remember, guys, in this part, we are multiplying to get this denominator the same as this one. And then this part, we're dividing. So have a wonderful day, guys.